Y'all go follow my Instagram right now and hit the like and subscribe on my YouTube. Go do it. The next thing we're gonna get into is about us. I'm gonna let you go ahead and explain this one. I'm gonna go ahead and let you
Okay.
explain this one.
So I kind of wanted to talk about triggers, right?
Mm.
So do you think everyone knows their triggers?
Hmm. Will everyone know they triggers?
Yeah.
I feel like you should. You should know your triggers. I feel like
Okay.
people. I feel like you do know your triggers,
Okay.
but I know it's hard to for people to deal with their triggers though.
Okay.
I understand like it's hard for people to deal with them, but it's like you should know them. But sometimes you don't really know them until it's like someone bring it out of you. You know,
Okay.
like you don't know you got this trigger, but someone constantly doing something to you, you realize I'm like, damn, that triggered me. Like,
Like every time the person do that.
yeah, like that's tricking me. You starting to realize it, but as you realizing it, it's not a thing you realizing it. And then you dealing with it as you realizing it. It's
Right.
not. I don't really feel like that's even possible. That's just me personally, but
Okay.
yeah,
So if if you feel that everyone should know their triggers, do you think that people need to heal their triggers before they go into a relationship?
yeah. I'm finna answer that. Hold that thought real quick.
Okay.
I want you to go ahead and I want you to put some cheese on, the mac and cheese on
Okay.
top,
Okay.
so we could go ahead and throw that thing in that oven. And if you can,
What you want this? Which one you
grate
want?
the cheese. I
Oh,
want a little
okay.
bit of this and a little bit of that.
Okay.
You know,
Yep.
so we go
Gotcha.
ahead and put it off like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. There you go.
Thank you. You put me to work today.
Yeah, for sure. Like I say, y'all know y'all coming. Y'all know y'all coming to Chi-Town Dirt Kitchen. Y'all go cook. You know what I mean? Like I say,
Listen,
I'm gonna give you a hand. I'm gonna do my little one too. But hey, y'all go do some cooking around here. But
for sure.
yeah, one. So I want you to run that question back for me one more time, so I know.
So if you feel
Hmm.
that everyone has triggers, do
Hmm.
you think, or I'm sorry, everyone know their triggers,
Okay.
do you feel like those triggers need to be healed before going into a relationship?
Oh man, that's a good question. Um. Yes, I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna say
Okay.
yes for sure. I feel like them triggers definitely should be healed because this person is not the reason for them triggers.
Mhm.
And at the end of the day, this is a person who got to deal with it. Someone you got to be in a
Mhm.
relationship with. This is a person that's dealing with this shit all the time. So like, damn, like should you say you not gonna get in a relationship with this person? That's kind of a little tough because, like I just said, because you got a situation that you do know your triggers, you do know them, but then you got another situation where you don't know nothing about these triggers now that's coming on to you that this person is bringing on to you.
Mhm.
So my opinion is yes, you should before you get in a relationship deal with them triggers, go to counseling, go to therapy, whatever you need to do that really these things trigger you because you don't want to have to keep on dealing with a situation where you arguing with a person, y'all get into these altercations all the time just because this person triggering you and this person just like, man, you kind of like taking it out on that person. I feel like, you know.
I think you definitely taking out that person. I kind of feel like whether it's a trigger from maybe a previous relationship
Yeah.
or a trigger that maybe you had something happen, trauma as a child,
Mm-hmm.
and it was never a situation where it's healed. So now that you got this person, they bringing this out of you and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that can be tough because it's like,
Yeah.
I want to be with you.
Yeah.
You everything I want to be with, but it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you bringing this stuff out of me, and I don't really know how to handle it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it do it look like healing together?
It can be. It can be healing together and
I did good, right?
yeah, he did a really good job. Okay, okay, okay. So we're gonna mix some of this cheese
Okay.
with a little bit of this Kobe Jack cheese,
Okay.
you know,
Yep.
make it look real pretty and whatnot.
Real nice.
Real nice and pretty,
Okay.
you know. Yeah, for sure. And y'all wasn't on. Being that y'all ain't see us prepare everything about the mac and cheese, but it's really good though. It's really good.
It's
Y'all,
really good.
y'all go see it. You know, y'all go see the finished product. But yeah, like I say, like healing together is good too. I feel like it brings a stronger connection between the two of y'all, and it's like that's something that y'all accomplish together. I feel like.
Yeah, but what if it's like you just can't get over certain things? Like it's like you just can't get over certain things. Do you go? Do you be in a situationship because you feel like I can't commit until these triggers are healed, or like, man, I you know, like how what does that look like?
Yeah.
Do you remain single? Do you not do anything?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's a little tough because not getting into a relationship. I'm not gonna even get into this relationship just because I'm triggered. I just feel like as you go, you just try to deal with it as you go. And I feel like even if you have to sit and talk to a person and let a person know, like, hey, just to let you know, like as soon as it happened though, don't hold on to it because a lot of time things that trigger you, people don't even say nothing, especially when it's a fresh relationship. Y'all in the honeymoon stage. You don't even say nothing until y'all get to a point where y'all already in it, and then you like, then this person just snap, and then you like, damn, like I've been doing this, I've been saying this, like why you ain't been telling me that this body you like that?
Right.
And that's how I usually go, and I feel like with triggers too, though. You know.
Why not say anything?
That's what I'm saying. You should have said something at the beginning. I feel like that would be the best.
But why didn't you? But why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you say if this person is bringing something out of you, you know it can potentially go left or be in a situation where, man, you really getting on my nerves. You keep on this thing. You keep on doing this thing, and it's like, dang.
Yeah.
Why you ain't say nothing?
Yeah.
Would it be because the person would be afraid?
I don't think it's only afraid. I just feel like when you on a honeymoon stage with somebody, I'm sure everybody could relate to it. That it be a little bit different. Like it don't be to a point where it's like, okay, I'm just go up front, say everything, which you should up front, say everything, put it all on the table.
Exactly.
But that's not how it always go. I feel like some people just sit back and they allow things to like build up, and it's kind of like them. And sometimes you probably be hoping that they stop, they don't do it no more. But once they continue doing it and doing it, triggering you, poking the bell, that's when the person, hey, stop.
But it's kind of like when I think about triggers, it's like, okay, I know you trigger me, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of gonna tell you up front that you're triggering me. You know what? I say like this. I don't feel like my triggers need to be healed 100% before I get into a relationship, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I kind of feel like I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you when you trigger me, right? Because I can identify that.
Okay.
But I'm also not going to say that it's your fault that I'm being triggered. Okay. Like you trigger me, but it's not your fault because I just haven't dealt with it. Mm-hmm. But now I need you to be in a space where you know what triggers me. Uh-huh. Help me through it. Okay. Help me heal that part that needs to be healed, and whatever that looks like. You know?
Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, okay. I understand that for sure.
You agree with that?
Absolutely. I
like a little paprika on top. You got
the paprika?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely got the paprika.
It's really a thing to put paprika on top of the macaroni.
Okay. You know? You got the, you know what I mean?
He got the
got
good.
Another chef on
there. It's name brand.
Okay. Yeah. You gotta keep the good shit. Gotta keep the good shit.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
You feel like that's enough cheese?
Yes.
Okay, cool. No, okay.
I feel like
go ahead and get that in that
oven. Because it's only a little bit. Let me just...
A little bit on them sides or something. You know,
right.
On them sides a little bit.
Huh? Lordy.
Okay.
This is gonna be cheesy.
Hey, that's the best way to make mac and cheese. Cheesy. Probably not for the lactose intolerant. Okay. Cool.
And the macaroni go. That's gonna be so good. It's so good.
Yes, definitely.
Oh my goodness. And that was before the cheese on top, so I could just imagine.
So, we gonna go ahead and
Take a shot
Take a shot for sure.
to the macaroni.
Taking a shot for the mac and cheese. Niggas take shots for anything.
Period. Just give a reason. It's Wednesday.
Definitely.
Oh no, you ain't. What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
You left that shot glass up top. You supposed to flip that over. That means you gotta take another one.
Another one definitely on the way for sure. For sure. But yeah, so we talking about these triggers and so you feel like the trigger should be dealt with before you get in a relationship, or you basically said that no, get into that relationship and deal with the triggers as you go.
Yeah, I need some help.
Okay.
I need some help.
You say, hey, we gonna do this together.
Period.
For sure. I ain't mad at it. So yeah. So this is what we gonna do. We gonna get to the next topic. But y'all let me know. Subscribe, follow my page, and comment and let me know what y'all feel about that though. When it comes down to triggers. Because that's a kind of up and down subject right there. So y'all subscribe, y'all follow, and y'all comment. For sure. And the next thing we're gonna talk about relationship frauds. So that's what that is. I feel like a relationship fraud. So this is what I mean by that. Let me explain to the people.
Okay.
It's basically what I mean by you got relationships that you got people that say, hey, I want a relationship, but they really don't want a relationship.
Okay.
So I feel like that's fraudulent information when you tell someone, I want a relationship. But then you got the real on top. You know what I mean? So we got fraud relationship and a real relationship. So, but it's kind of hard for you to, fight it. So I'm gonna let you go ahead with that. How you feel about that?
I think it's a lot harder to be in a relationship that's healthy and that's thriving, and with the real woman or with a real man, than it is to be in a relationship with somebody that isn't. They not real. They fraud, like you said. They fraud, or they just toxic.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you in a relationship with that real person, that real man, that real woman, it's like they bring so much out of you. They first of all, they're a mirror to what you need to work on as a person, right?
For sure.
And by them being that mirror, it's also a situation where they're holding you accountable. They're showing you your flaws, and they telling you, hey, this was going on. You need to work on it. Like, this is your issues. Work on it, right? And I think it's like they want you to be vulnerable, right? They want you to be emotionally available. They want to be your safe space, and vice versa. So that is so hard to do, because it's like healthy relationship, like you never realize how much a healthy relationship challenges you, because it's deep.
For sure.
It's deep.
For sure.
Versus some toxic stuff. What you think?
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. Like, and I feel like you scare people off so fast when they realize, damn, this is a real nigga right here. Like, hey, like it's kind of like, because like you say, like you challenge them to a point where it's like you calling shit out. As soon as you doing that, I feel like motherfuckers sit back and they look like, damn, and they find a reason to run. Like, oh no, I ain't. Hell no, this nigga here, he calling me out on my bullshit.
Yeah.
But motherfucker want a motherfucker to say nothing. So you want that fraud then? You want that fraud nigga to be, nah, I ain't gonna say shit. I don't really give a fuck. It is what it is. Do you? That's what the basic motherfucker basically saying. I'm gonna let you do you, and what the hell? Like, but why would you say you want a relationship then? How you want a relationship if you want a nigga to let you do you? Don't even worry about it. I ain't gonna say nothing. Hey, don't worry about it. She came over to the crib. I cooked. Damn, she couldn't wash the dishes. I ain't gonna say shit. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, a fried nigga. I ain't gonna say shit. Hey, I ain't gonna say a word, because hey, you know what? She gave up that monkey. And I'm just
Are you kidding me right now?
I'm just telling you what's going on, man. She gave that up, and that's what it is, and that's all I really want. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna play the role, but I'm just saying a real one.
Okay.
Go say, hey, look at man. Yeah. Why you ain't touch? Why you ain't bust them suds? I'm just saying though, like, cause he want more though. He want more than sex. He want more than just a fun time. He just want more than that. So that means he's going to challenge you on things where it's kind of like, that's how I feel.
No, I mean, listen, you absolutely correct. I mean, when you used to dealing with a guy that don't care about what you do, he don't care how you operate, he don't care how you talk, he don't care about none of that. It's like, hey, everything is fine. Everything fine. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't got no issues.
Chicken, bro. I'll see
Listen,
how crispy this chicken is. Yeah.
I can just imagine me. What you do when you put the chicken, get the jalapeno peppers. Jalapeno peppers just
Yes, sir.
That's the thing.
Yeah. But for sure,
it's like a person that really isn't for you. They don't care about any of that. Like, they don't care how you talking. They don't care who you're around. They don't care what type of what type of character you got. They don't care about any of that because they not really. I mean, yeah, I can say we together, all right, whatever, but we ain't going nowhere. Exactly. But so we cool.
Exactly.
But but a person that wanna be with you, they gonna like, hey, I ain't with none of that. I like y'all. I'm trying to see what's going on, but the shit that you doing.
You mean to tell me you came in the house at 3:00 in the morning with your homies talking about y'all stopped at Waffle House? Who are you talking to? like it's like, but women ain't ready for that conversation because it's kind of like, I'm trying to control all that. No, you just ran across a real one. Yeah. You ain't run across no, like I said, a fraud relationship to the point where a nigga don't give a fuck. Hey, she can do her. I only want that. You know what I want anyway. Right. I don't really see this going on anyway. Because if a man see something really going somewhere, things like that is gonna bother him. It's not gonna get to a point where he just don't care about. And I feel like that's what women want. A lot of women want these days. They want the fun. Oh man, when I'm with him, I just have so much fun. He don't complain about nothing. He don't say nothing. He don't trip about nothing. Anything I do, he let me do. I come out the house looking like whatever. And